Hi, Earth Angels. Thank you for joining us at Earth Angels Sanctuary and Learning Center. This is our blog for the month of April, but before I introduce our topic, I would like to extend my appreciation to you. Whether you are using this information independently, with your family, parents, peers, or friends, you are empowering yourself with resources and tools you need for intuitive growth and development. So let's get on for our month of April. We did Yoga is Fun. Originally we were going to do it in the park, but it was so windy that day that we moved it indoors, but it was just as fun. I'm going to go over our introduction, which is about yoga. Our guest speaker who came to teach us yoga was Cynthia Eaton. She also does Reiki as a practice as well. We'll go a little bit over the lesson plan. I'll show a technique and a few exercises, but you're always more than welcome to go online and look for more information if it is something that interests you. I'll go over the rules and wrap up in our conclusion and introduce the month of May. So just a little bit of background about yoga. It originated in India. It is found in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Jainism. It promotes physical, mental, and spiritual practice and is a discipline in all those areas. And the purpose is to experience one's true self. Now, how did it become so popular here in the U.S.? Well, it was introduced by gurus from India, and then Swami moved it to the West, late 19th and early 20th century. Also has a center in Chicago where it was originally started. And then during the 1980s, it moved to a popular system of physical practice, which I can say on my behalf that that is true. My father has been teaching yoga since 1980, and I have watched it expand within the last 20 years. So, an important technique that they really focus on is meditation. It's a very important discipline. It quiets the mind to be focused on the present moment, not everything else, and blocking out the mind chatter. It takes time, patience, and practice, but it does reduce stress, tension, anxiety, and frustration. And also, those who have practiced it for a long time, it helps with their memory, concentration, inner well-being, and inner peace. Just the overall wholeness of a person. So one of the exercises we did was a warrior pose. For the body, it strengthens your legs and your core. And if you don't know what core is, it's basically your stomach area. It opens your chest and shoulders, plus flexibility moving forward and backward. It was named after a Hindu warrior, and it requires a lot of strength, steadiness, and determination to hold the pose with integrity. And the reason is to challenge our own ignorance and ego that we have inside. So yes, it's basically blocking out the mind chatter and focusing on the body and breathing. And so I love this pose. An interesting thing that Cynthia incorporated was I'm a little teapot. And as the kids were singing that, it was very easy to do the poses. And actually I found that my daughter ended up still singing it at the end of the night, so I know she retained it, and they found that music helps children retain part of their memory of certain lessons. Here's another few exercises. There's the downward dog here in the first pose. As you can see, it looks easy, but really it is trying because the purpose is to keep your heels still on the mat and not bend your knees as well, and really stretching out the back. This is good for anybody that has back problems. The next one is a tree pose. This requires a lot of balance. As you can see, they're standing on one leg and bringing that foot as high as they can on the inner thigh of the other leg, and also using your arms to create a balance as a temple, pulling everything taut and straight. These are great practices and exercises. I would also, if you're interested in learning more about it, just go online and look at common yoga poses. They have plenty of children's yoga classes that are starting to form all over the country, and you could probably even join just a regular yoga class as well. So, yoga rules to live by. Well, there's the universal rules, and these are all provided by Cynthia. Nonviolence. Be good to the world. Be good to yourself. Truth. Always be honest. Non-stealing. Don't take away what isn't yours. This includes attention. And I found this very interesting because we never think that taking someone's attention is actually stealing time from someone else. But I thought that was a very aha moment. Self-discipline. Do your very best always. Non-coveting. Be thankful for your own gifts instead of wishing you had those of others. They're busy wishing for yours. And I have to knock on wood for that. That is so funny, but that is truth. So individual rules to live by. Purity. Love, respect, and take care of yourself inside and out. Contentment. Be happy with who you are and what you've got. You are perfect and unique. Passion. Love life and live it to its fullest. Introspection. Be the best you can be. And faith. Know that everything will always work out for the best. Which is true, because sometimes when we look back on it, as it's happening in this current moment, we're like, this does not seem like it's the best for me, but when we look back, we realize that that was the best path for us. So, and in conclusion, Cynthia always said, remember, don't forget to breathe. It's very important when you're holding these poses and you're meditating to breathe, because the air brings oxygen into our body, fills it within our cells, and moves it around. If we tense up and don't give ourselves oxygen, our muscles become fatigued and it stiffens. So just breathe and keep the energy moving, and that is the purpose. And for next month, it's all in the numbers, which is numerology by one of our mothers, Brenda West. Numerology is the study of numbers and meaning and how they influence our lives. In this class, we will show children and parents the basics of numerology and how to find their life path number, expression number, heart's desire number, and personality number. We'll learn about the different personalities of the numbers and how numbers can be used to better understand ourselves and the world around us. So it's just a fun way to explore in different parts of spirituality, and now we're going to tap into numerology next month, so check out our blog next month. Thank you all Earth Angels for checking in. We'll see you next time.